Alright, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is December 29, 2022. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. We're back at it again. And we're right at the end of this year. It's been exciting, and we're going to reminisce a little bit while getting excited for the new year.
Oh, heck yeah. It is technically the last time we'll be doing the podcast in 2022. If anybody is, of course, live, thank you so much, Manny, for coming through. Yeah. But yeah, we are here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do before the end of the year ends. We also are part of the Professor Network, so check us out, professornetwork.com/purifiedpodcasts. If we're very calm, it's because they're very calm and nice and awesome. So yeah, let us know if you check them out. So, all right, Chris, the season finale is here. 2022 is at its end, at its last leg. We are out 99%. Do you follow that Twitter account, like the percentage bar for the year?
I've seen people like it, but I don't personally follow it.
Oh, I follow it. I just like,
I think it's funny.
It's hilarious though. Well,
it's like, it's been how long?
I know, right? Before we really get started on everything else, because we got a long way of talking about all of the best of 2022, how things has gone and everything. I have a 12K egg sitting around right now, about to hatch. So can everybody just give me the luck? There is one shiny in there that desperately needs to be shined before
all the energy.
Years. So we need all the shiny luck, guys. I know if you guys have podcast services, you'll probably hear me scream or not, depending on how it is. So, but yeah, here we go. I guess, I'm going to count down just like the countdown of the year, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he's hatching. Here we go. Yeah, it sucks.
It tried.
A Pancham. Disappointment! Anyways. Oh, Lord. You can never go wrong with that. Maybe a Pikachu redemption? Nah. Never that lucky, Anyways, guys. Yeah, so has been your week, brother? It's been hasn't been too long since we talked, I guess.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Got to spend time with family, got to work.
Yeah, Christmas was just, last weekend, so.
Yeah.
You got everything you wanted? You got everything you wanted?
I definitely got stuff that helped out. I got a lot of clothes for work, to keep me all warm and stuff. Other than that, not too much. Got a pretty cool gift from the girl. She gave me half of a shell. She has the other half. It's got a little bit of meaning to us because we both met in marine science.
Nice.
So I'm pretty happy about that. You get anything fun?
Just the adult stuff, clothes and everything. I mean, nobody knows me as better than
yeah. That's all you need, though. That's all you need.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's the gesture that counts, right? Yeah.
The thought.
The thought that counts. I guess that's just. But yeah, it's I like at this point in my lifetime, brother. Any gifts is as good as any, because at the end of the day,
it's just fun to be able to open stuff and see how other people feel when they open your gifts.
That is true, and we love it. Of course, I know I have a little 3-year-old nephew, so he gets all the gifts.
Yeah,
it's like, here you go, play with everything. He's actually like training to be a Pokemon master now.
Ooh, he's learning from the right person.
I know, right? Even though my brother is like, I'm not gonna have it. It's like, dude, it's just a game, dude. Just relax. Anyway, but yeah, so Christmas was very nice. I mean, as always, it's just part of the celebration, and just being with family is always good. But yeah, so I guess you should probably count what we got this week. So
all right. Starting off, I didn't actually get any shinies until Christmas.
Huh.
Funny enough,
Ooh.
and I went out and did my adventure incense, hoping to get one of the new shinies, but I had two repeats. I used my adventure incense, and both of the shinies, I believe both of them were not from the actual incense.
Hmm.
One of them was just while I was using it, and then the other one I got when I was really close to home. I got a shiny Bronzor
Oh.
again. Yeah, it's a little bit of a meme in my Pokemon Go life.
Yeah.
Uh, and then the other shiny I got was a shiny Swinub,
Ooh.
which we've had for a Calm Day. It's been
Swana.
around, but it's always fun to just get a shiny.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I got a level 1 shiny pretty early in the morning, a male Snorunt.
Nice.
So yeah, I looked at it and I was like, okay, thank you, I guess. Uh, it is a cool looking shiny though. Um, After that, really late after getting out, one of my days from work, I was able to get a new shiny for me, a shiny Snover, which was a male. And yeah, I was very excited for that one. I've
Yeah.
been waiting a long time. Living in Florida, we did not get a lot of ice types.
Mhm.
And then the last shiny I got was today, which was off my adventure incense. Right after grabbing a pizza, I decided to use my adventure incense, and at like right when I was home, I got a shiny male Snorunt again. This one was a lot chunkier. It's probably like level 30. Um, yeah, it just looks cool. It looks like he followed the lore and he actually got frozen pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my haul for the week. I didn't get any hundos. I don't think I got too much PvP wise. Definitely keeping a lot of the Bergmites and the new Shadow Pokemon, hoping they're good. But yeah, other than that, I didn't really get anything too crazy.
Right.
What you got, buddy?
I, I don't remember what shinies I got. That's like I'm kind of forgotten at this point.
I just got so many.
I know, right? I actually got three shinies. Two of them being, of course, the Hisuian Avalok from Hisuian Avalok Rating.
Ooh.
So I actually went out, did the first hour of it, finish up. Actually, funny enough, the first Avalok I got was on day 0 before we even go through. I went through a queue. Like surprisingly, I actually got there pretty quickly, and or at least got into do the raid pretty quickly. And the first one was shiny, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. Like there's nothing else to do on there, anyways. But I was happy enough to get the second one during when I was actually out and about. I wasn't really like there wasn't a lot of people out there, anyways. I mean,
Yeah, did you not have to use any remote passes for that one? You just used the in person
I
one.
did one remote for the first shiny, and then everything else was in person. So I was actually kind of happy
That's
that I
crazy.
just used the normal one. So that's actually pretty good. And then I go plus a shiny Spearow for no reason, I guess. I think I have the family now, which I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, I'm
As for
still waiting on that shiny, so I am jealous of both of those.
nice. I did get one hundo this week. I actually hatched it like this morning too. So I guess I should probably be like, the streak continues somehow. Hundo Shelder, which actually no, it wasn't a hatch. It was a research. Yeah, it was a field research. Almost forgot
He
about
was
that.
waiting for you, man. He's like, hey, man, you got to talk about me in the podcast.
I know, right? I know it's like one of those things. I'm happy because at least I got the family now, so that's pretty good. Just completing Hundo families has always been my quest to be the very best, like number one was. Anyways, but yeah, my haul is pretty small. I did do my daily adventure with the 30-minute timer, which was during this weekend only during Christmas, which was so good. But I actually feel the reason why we only have 15 minutes instead of 30 because it's a lot. 30 minutes is a lot. I feel like I could be there forever if I do 30 minutes again. But I did encounter for the very first time a Galarian Moltres. And I was like, dude, please, just this once. Bad throw. Bad run away. I was like, sad pain. Spain without the S, So yeah, I think this is the first time I ever encountered a Moltres too. It's not that I'm doing them daily this time around. Gotta like step back for a bit. I may start doing it more often next year, just to, try to get that New Year's resolution going and everything, for both myself and my own life when it comes down to it, I guess. But that when it happens, it happens. So hopefully we'll finally get a 2023 Galen Pokemons, or at least two legendaries. It'll be nice to at least catch one. Well, I think everybody who has caught one this year will probably be legendary. Be like, yeah, I caught it in 2022 when it first came out. I'm like, bruh, no fun. Yeah, but it's still kind of nice. It's still kind of nice. The 30 minutes, I could have done the second one, but for the first time ever here in sunny Florida, we had the worst weather to go out ever.
Funny enough, I forgot about the 30-minute incenses, partially because I was sleeping basically that full day.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the other one was the weather. But
yeah, holy crap, dude!
I'm mad that I missed out on it. But you live and you learn.
I know. But yeah, so we had the worst weather ever. Like, it was actually close to 0 degrees Fahrenheit here. I know if anybody talking Celsius, it's another story. But but yeah, so the second day, at least when it was Christmas too, it was like more like, let me just not do anything and stay home and stay warm. Hot chocolate under the campfire on the TV and everything. So, Mr. Mar, negative 20 here. Okay, you win. Anyways,
negative 20. Yeah, couldn't be us.
Couldn't be us, right? Yeah. Like, hey, you used to live here, so shut up. Anyways, yeah, so that's that, and of course the winter event is still going on for another day or so. As far as 2 days technically as I was recording to this podcast, so we have just a little bit more when it comes down to it. I may do a little bit of hunting tomorrow if I get the chance. Just really depends on how things, because I gotta get things ready here for the New Year's. But yeah, that's so Hisui Avalok Raid Day, 30-minute instance, the winter event. So far, it's been a pretty packed, month. I think that we had pretty cool spawns and everything. Research is pretty good. And yeah, so far so good. I guess by the time we end this podcast, we should be probably getting our rating. So let's go ahead and give our rating to this last month, I guess. The last few events.
Okay.
Winter Wonderland, I guess we should probably do part 1 and 2. It doesn't really matter.
I was gonna say, are we doing the part 1 and part 2 separately?
I think we can just go ahead and put them together, because technically all it was just a transition from one thing to the other, just giving us different customs and everything.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, go ahead. What do you think?
Okay. Overall, I think this Christmas event for Pokemon Go, I'd say I'd probably give it like an 8, maybe an 8.5. It really didn't drop the ball on too much.
Mm-hmm.
I love the research that you can pick up from the Pokestops. I think you can get a lot of fun Pokemon from that.
Yeah.
The Pokemon spawning in the wild are fantastic. Mm-hmm. There aren't really too much that's locked behind raids other than like Glaceon, for example. I think it's been pretty nice overall. You have a nice chance to get everything.
Yeah, and actually Glaceon was in one of the research. I think it was Winter Raid.
Yeah.
You can actually just get it, through that. Even though that's still true. Have to spend, a raid pass to do it. But if you do your free ones and you stack them up, you pretty much at least get 3 per day. So it's not too bad when it comes down to it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so what was your rating again?
I'd give it like an 8 at 8.5. The only thing I was hoping for really was after the Halloween event, I was hoping it would look a little bit more Christmassy
aesthetic
in the map.
Yeah.
But, I can't complain too much. They tried a little bit.
Hey,
they put snow around here.
Something that we'll never see here in Florida, but so.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit out of character.
I want to say
For
that I'm
Florida.
also going to give it an 8. If it wasn't, I think this game technically gave all, or at least this event gave all of his points. You know, you have eggs, which weren't the best, but at least they were there. They were there. Raids were okay too. You know, custom Pokemons and legendaries. Kyurem with Glacier has been everybody's top-notch rating. Of course, we did get a new Mega. Really doesn't do much to say the least, but of course, you gotta include them eventually.
Yeah, just a snowball fight.
I know, right? Then what else? We had research, top notch. Josie is finally here. Like I said, research, spawns, just amazing as an own. I guess probably the boxes could have been just a tiny little bit better. But that's what I've been saying for the last like 3 or 2 months anyway. So, but yeah, so it is what it is when it comes out to it. I will give it at least an 8 to 8.5 rating for the event in itself. So it is how it is.
It is what it is.
It is. But yeah, so that is the winter event. And then I think we had Avalok Raid Day, which I keep repeating, I guess.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I mean, new shiny with the technically a new Pokemon release, just the radio variant and all that. It does get people to go out and do a couple of things. It's just, it's a Kitsuyan Pokemon that really nobody cares about in the end of the day.
Yeah, I accidentally slept through it. Wouldn't like the shiny.
I know, right? Anyways, the shiny rates were insanely high, even though I only got 2, but still, people were getting like tons and tons of them. But I'm not too much of a raider right now until something else comes back, and we'll talk about that in a moment, anyways.
Yeah, there's definitely more exciting Pokemon
Yeah.
than just one that's only good for it being shiny, pretty much.
That is true. So yeah, it is how it is. Let's go ahead and get into our research topics of the week. So we actually got quite a bit of news, and I forgot to actually know about this, but we do have our January content blog post, basically, but more like the content of things. So very exciting things. One of the very first things that we're going to talk about is the raids. And Chris, you're going to be happy about this because Reshiram comes back for the new year, starting on January 1st all the way to January 10th. And it will know its exclusive move, Fusion Fire.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. Then we have Sekrom coming back for another time with his exclusive move, Fusion Bolt. January 10th to January 18th. Regice, for some reason, is in the middle of the whole thing, so I guess he comes back from the 18th to the 25th with no special moves. And then that very last week of the month, January 25th to February 1st, Tapu Koko comes back. And when something comes back, a shiny is available once it comes back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, shiny Tapu Koko for the very first time coming into Pokemon Go. They even highlight his little shiny to be like the brand new one. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind doing shiny Tapu Koko. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we got a reason to rate it now.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be very cool. I actually don't think I have a shiny Tapu Koko even through the through any of the main series games. So
yeah, he's kind of a tough one. I think really the easiest way to get it would be in Gen 9.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that's not all. We do have our Mega for the month. Mega Steelix comes back from January 1st to January 10th, which is kind of like the opposite of what you want to do with Reshiram because of the fire.
Yeah, he's a weird one.
Yeah, I guess. January 10th to January 18th, we have a mystery Mega coming. So it's a brand new Mega Pokemon. I'm getting invited to a Glacian, so why not? Then we have Mega Lopunny making its return once again. Just because, I guess. From January 18th to January 25th. And then Mega Aerodactyl comes back and swoops in with rocks from January 25th to February 1st.
Yeah, he's a useful one.
Raid hours. Well, we know our raid hours because we know the Pokemons. January 4, Reshiram. January 11, Sekrom. January 18, Regice. And January 25th, Tapu Koko. Spotlight hours. We have Alolan Sandrew, which we haven't seen enough ice types. Why not another, Sandrew, I guess. With 2 times experience for evolving Pokemon on January 3rd. January 10, and this was a good one, Swirlix. It's going to be its spotlight. So 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon, so that's pretty good. We have January 17, Seedot, 2 times for catching Pokemon, which is not bad. We had the shiny for a while, though. Tynamo, with 2 times catch Candy.
I like that, actually.
January 24, which is not bad. And then on January 31st, so we have 5 spotlight hours this month. Blitzel with 2 times catch or transferring Pokemon. Candy for transferring Pokemon. The funny thing is, though, when this blog post came out the very first time, there was a little symbol for Tynamo for his shiny potential. And they took it away, so I'm like...
So we made an oopsie?
There was an oopsie, but I don't know if they may actually come out regardless, again, as a shiny with some of the events that we'll be talking about in just a moment. Research breakthrough boxes, we do have every single one, so just keep doing what you're doing at this point.
I do want to say really quickly about the Blitzel Spotlight Hour.
Yeah.
If you plan on transferring Pokemon, to have them ready to transfer right at the beginning so you can focus on catching Blitzel after the fact. And what I mean by that is, either have all the Pokemon with the tag for getting transferred, or have them pre-selected and then transfer them, right at 6:01, so you can focus on the Blitzel. And I always say that.
Yeah, it's always good to know when it comes down to it. This Glacian is not shiny. So.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do, because I never do that myself.
All right, so we do have our events, technically our events for the month of January, and this Glacian is crappy. So it is how it is. December 31st to January 4th, the Pokemon Go New Year's of 2023, it's coming. And we actually have details about that, but we'll get those in just a moment. And Pink, we don't have the shiny Kumi yet. That's true, probably come there. January 7th, we did talk about it. Community Day, which we know is Chespin from the previous announcement. January 10th to the 16th, we have the Tinkling's Fantasy event. Okay. Speculations? I got no idea. January 14th to the 15th, we got Go Battle Weekend, Steven Stone. Oh. So basically, I think this is the Vulpix one, I think, as far as I remember reading. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly how the Go Battle League is right now.
Yeah.
January 19th to January 23rd, we have the Lunar New Year event. So a new comeback to the event. Hopefully new shinies, as it means. We do have January 21st, Community Day Classic. Sources says it might be a Pokemon that we haven't seen since 2018. And it's hitting rocks. Anyways, January 27th to February 5th, we do have the Crackling Voltage event. So, pretty interesting, to say the least. Crackling Voltage just sounds electric, especially since we're going to have Tapu Koko come back anyways.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I'm kind of leaning towards Regieleki, just off the sound, but it might be a little bit too soon for him.
No, if not, we will technically be having a mysterious raid boss at that point. Unless they do a special research for it. Which, I don't know.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird to have 2 raid bosses too, yeah.
Also, sources says that the Mega Mystery is going to be a Dragon type. And since we're on our way to the Hoenn event, a Dragon type in the Hoenn region is pretty sizable. It's not the one you think of.
Little Sharky Man?
No, that's Gen 4.
Oh shoot, yeah, I may be dumb. Yeah, we're thinking about Blood Moon.
Blood Moon. Oh, Mega Dragon, I come into Pokemon Go. Yeah, that's right, Hunter. We're going to be the very first ones to get it. Dude, can you imagine, and here's a speculation, can you imagine, knowing that Pokemon Go will continue doing what we're doing with all the things here, can you imagine having a brand new Mega release just in Pokemon Go until they actually, put it in the main series game?
Oh, people would be furious. That'd be like if Meltan was only exclusive to evolving in Pokemon Go. Oh wait,
I don't know, right? That would be hilarious if it happened, but it could make sense. That would be a cool idea. That the Pokemon company is like, hey, we're gonna go back to the megas, one more time. We're gonna introduce one through Pokemon Go or something like that. Because so. But yeah, still pretty cool. All the events. Some of them are questionable, just because of how they are. But it is how it is. So that's the content
yeah,
update for January.
it's weird. It's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah, I know, right? It's always good to speculate, especially since it's gonna be a brand new year to just, have fun, I guess, because it's all we can do these days. We're dead inside. But we do have the news of the New Year event of 2023. So, Chris, you want to run us through it?
Yeah, for 2023.
2023, I say.
Yeah, New Year brings new adventures, they say. Celebrate the arrival of 2023 with Pokemon Go. And I'm already seeing some really, really nice costume Pokemon. Okay, as we come to a close of another eventful year of exploration, let's start the next one off right with a New Year's celebration event in Pokemon Go. I do like their wording for this. This year, our New Year's party features Pokemon decked in their sparkly best, and I'm immediately thinking of shiny Pokemon with that. A new avatar item and pose, and more. Let's go right into 2023. So, the Pokemon debuts that's going to be happening is my personal favorite. Pikachu wearing a party top hat, and it looks awesome. It's all black with a bunch of stars on it.
Imagine the shiny.
It can be shiny.
Yep.
And starting with this event, you'll also be able to evolve the Hoot Hoot wearing the New Year's outfit into Noctowl wearing the New Year's outfit, which was around during last year, but they're continuing the trend of letting you finally evolve them. Explore with the core. During this event, festive fireworks with the light will light up the skies. And, it's just going to look nice. Yeah, we appreciate it, Pokemon Go. Thank you. The new avatar item pose in stickers. So, it looks like we're going to be able to wear the Pikachu party hat with, little ears sticking out too. And you can also get a party popper pose, which, it's nice. I'll take it. And the new stickers look awesome. Literally every single one that I can see here say Happy New Year. They're featuring a few of our favorite Pokemon and the personal best Pokemon, Party Hat Wurmple. Yeah, they look fabulous. So the wild encounters that you'll be able to get are, of course, the Pikachu wearing the party top hat, Hoot Hoot wearing the New Year's outfit, and Wurmple wearing the party hat. And all of those can be shiny. Let us know if you get any of the ones. I definitely know which one I'll be hunting for. I know Pure Light already got the Wurmple with the party hat.
Let me actually reiterate on that. The wild encounters are the Pikachu, the Hoot Hoot, and the Wurmple. This is the very first time we have the Wurmple in the wild.
Oh, yeah, because it was locked to eggs.
Yes.
That's true.
Party shiny was from an egg, and that was the only time I ever got it. I think we had them in eggs the last two events of the New Year's.
It was just the last one, but I might be wrong.
No, because I remember actually hatching that in 2020.
Really? Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Right at the end of 2020, or right at the beginning of 2020, I said. So,
and then the following Pokemon are going to be hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. Pichu wearing a party hat. Still need my shiny Pichu. So I definitely welcome that. Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrobe, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Azurill, and Wynot are all going to be hatching, and they all have shiny chances. I think this may be the best 7-kilometer Pokemon group we've had for a little while. And I know I say that every so often, but, every single one can be shiny, so nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's every single one.
I'm definitely not complaining.
I mean, especially if you're actually trying to go for the Pichu with a hat. It's not. Really
I will say, if you're trying to get the Pichu with the hat, it's going to be kind of hard, because I think they're all going to be pretty equal.
Kinda, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be lucky.
We gotta do Mystic 7 and just put you in the fridge, it's like hatch the eggs there.
I'll do what I can. But the field research test, They say that the research tasks are going to be to earn Stardust. We'll see if you'll be able to get any Pokemon too, but if you're just trying to grind Stardust, it sounds like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
The raids: Bulbasaur wearing a party hat, Charmander wearing the party hat, Squirtle wearing a party hat, Pikachu wearing a party top hat, Hoot Hoot wearing the New Year's outfit are all going to be in 1 stars, and I'm very excited to see the return of the 3 Kanto starters. Some people would call Pikachu the Kanto starter too, but I don't know. You can't choose them in the main series games except for Yellow.
Right.
Okay. 3-star raids. Raticate wearing the party hat, Nidorino wearing the party hat, Gengar wearing a party hat, Wobbuffet wearing a party hat. That is a lot of hats. They can all be shiny too if you did not know. 5-star raids. Of course, we got Reshiram with the special move. And mega raids, we have Mega Steelix, of course. Yeah, all of those can be shiny if you're very lucky. Let's talk about the Fusion Flare stats really quick. Trainer battles, it's going to have 90 power. And for gyms and raids, it's going to have 140 power. So we'll see how much energy it needs later on. Yeah, it looks like a very strong move, like a Fire Blast.
I'm just excited for the animation, I guess.
Yeah. Let's hope it's as good as Shadow Force animation.
Oh,
top tier.
Look. Fly through the gaps.
The collection challenge, New Year's themed collection challenge is coming. I'm pretty sure you're just going to need to collect pretty much all the Pokemon with the hats. Hopefully not all of them, since you're going to need a lot of raid passes to get most of the costume Pokemon. The event bonuses. There's going to be half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in the incubator during the event. And there's going to be 1/4 hatch distance for the first 3 eggs hatched during the event using the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget. They say the bonuses do not they don't stack, and if you already have the widget activated, it's just going to auto do it, so don't stress out too much.
Yeah.
It's not hard to, set up the widget. Just look. I don't know what to say other than look it up. As soon as you have it on your phone to be able to see the eggs, the widget is active. So
yeah,
don't stress out too much.
Also, I want to elaborate a little bit. First of all, thank you for the hatch bonus, because a lot of people are going to try to go for the 7K eggs for sure. And then the 1/4, it only applies to the very first 3 eggs you put in an incubator. So if you think you're going to have that bonus throughout later, if you try to use the app to do it, no, it does not work that way. It will only be the very first 3 eggs. So if, like, say you want to catch some 12 Kilomoto eggs and you stack them up.
Yeah, I'll do them. I'll hatch my 12K. It's the 4th one, yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. So just go ahead and do those, especially for eggs that are just going to take the longest. And then everything else, you can just pretty much just do the half distance. It's still pretty good half distance anyways, especially with the super incubator anyways. So.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so... I mean, you got anything else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I remember being surprised because I didn't read the thing about the widget distance being lowered for one of the past events.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh wow, they got a bonus going on for eggs. That's super cool. And then I remember throwing in like a 12K in a regular incubator and being like, why does it still say 12K? I was so mad.
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, the New Year's event. Now, there is, of course, just the unfortunate thing that this event is only happening from this Saturday, or this coming Saturday on December 23rd, 31st, sorry, all the way to Wednesday 4th. So it's a very, very, very short event. So you might as well try to hunt it down on the days that you are able to, if you have days off during the New Year's or something like that. It'll probably be best just to at least go a couple of hours to try to do the things that you want to do. And then hopefully you'll be able to get what you want, because again, it's going to be really short. Wednesday is not too far from today. But yeah, so I so far think that this event looks pretty nice. Just a lot of things to do, and hopefully a lot of shinies to get. So, but yeah, that's my only 2 pet peeves when it comes down to it. Everything else seems cool. Collection challenge is always going to be best. Rates, Oh lordy, the money that people are gonna spend in this race are crazy. Do remember, every time you do a raid, they're not boosted. They're always going to stay at their regular shiny chances. So,
Uh, I mean, for the costume Pokemon, I don't think they're going to be horrible, but we'll see.
yeah. So just keep in mind, guys. Don't spend all your time just trying to get all the brand new shinies or all the things. Some of them have been around for a while, so people will have them eventually for trade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So happy New Year, I guess. With that, of course, that's all technically the news. Every time you go do a raid, Hanky's bank can go ka-ching.
He
Basically,
can spend more money on his favorite Pokemon, Tentacruel.
I know, right? I mean, he has to put a hat on the Tentacruel, and that's all it needs to be. But just like I was saying, that's all the news technically we have until next week, until next year. Actually, now that I think about it, so to pass some time, since there's not much in GBL, not much infractions. We know that we're kind of like on a break in between. Aside from just the events itself, I would say that it's time to reminisce a little bit of 2022 and how this year has come and gone, guys. Like, seriously, has literally been come and go. That's all it was. Which is great, I guess. But we have 4 seasons of amazing stuff. A lot going on for sure. We had the second Go Tour of the year, another Go Fest all around the world once again. This is the first year in almost 3 years that we were able to really go out and play. No more restrictions after all the COVID stuff in 2021 and 2020. So this was technically the comeback year of the century. And we have a lot to basically go through. I don't know how many episodes we actually did since then. We did almost close to a full year's worth of it, so that's almost 52 weeks. I know we skip a couple weeks here and there. But yeah, I mean, first, I know we did a Twitter poll on our Twitter channel for this thing, so we'll go through that too, see what everybody's saying. But first and foremost, I want to ask you, Chris, what was the best time for you this 2022 year? Well, Pokemon Go wise and everything else. I know there's one that you might want to answer the better. So,
Ooh, yeah. If we're talking catches, I do know what that would be. In Pokemon Go, I'm not too sure. Other than that, I'm trying to think back. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, the clip I'm thinking of is from 2020.
yeah, that's
Oh
when we
man,
had the
that's
best
tough.
stuff. You have some interesting ones, like Ditto and things like that, Shiny Ditto in the early time stuff of the year. But if we go into our
Yeah.
account and let's just do year 2022, it's gonna show every Pokemon in 2022 that I still have. So let's do a little bit of recap. I guess Kieran was back in race back then because I see a shiny one in my earliest of the accounts. Delcatty, I guess this is a Hand of Fletchling. Yeah, that is a Hand of Fletchling. Is that a Hand of Poniard? No, that's a letter one. The very first community day of the year was Feel. So we had that shiny coming through. Malamar was released not too long after in the wild during community day. I know it wasn't probably released earlier. I can't remember right now. Helioptile, was that released during the research? I don't remember. Then Bulbasaur, we had also a classic day. Dradagon, which everybody's looking for every day. This Shadow Cyndaquil looks like to be PvP, so I'll keep it there. Shiny Boltor, Shiny Chansey, I don't even remember. We had Hoppit Community Day. Furfro introduced for the first time, and I actually used my the Hollow. The Cinder is nice, pretty good. Barboach, very first shiny of that. Ho-Ho came back. Oh yeah, the Gotor. I did get quite a bit of shinies from the Gotor.
The Johto tour, yeah.
Yeah, I did have my Purify Honda, not Purify Honda, but my Purify Ho-Ho. Purify Apex Ho-Ho, I guess I should say. Which I never use anyway, so there's no difference. Then I guess we're finally going into the season of Alola. So the season of Heritage wasn't really too much, if I remember correctly. There was only just a little pieces here. But they also introduced some of the Hisuian Pokemons that everybody was talking about since, Pokemon Legend Arceus came out this
Yeah,
year, which is,
Legends Arceus was goated.
yeah. Um, this picture, is that the Hondo? No, that's only a 98. I did get a Hondo Toucan now, so that's pretty cool. Drifloon, Houndour. Well, I don't know why I got so many Shadow Wishmers. Community Day Sandrew was there. Rockruff Shiny introduced too. That was pretty cool to have. Axew. Why did I keep those Axews? I don't remember. Shiny Ditto. Oh, I think this was actually the clip where I actually got the Shiny Ditto on a Ghastly. And it just came through. But yeah, we have a lot technically. We can recap the whole year, Surprisingly enough, Chris has been really busy for the second half of the year, so it's kind
Yeah.
I see him only through podcast time, but I'm sure that he still plays and everything, so that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Every single day.
A year with 178 shinies.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
Can't be complaining. I mean, a lot of them were traded. But I put on Twitter my favorite catch this year was the shiny Pokemon Go TCG hat shiny.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah, I love the costume Pokemon. I think a lot of them are just done willy nilly. But
right.
I was genuinely really happy about that one because I do like hunting the new Pikachu's with the different hats because some of them are just a lot more rare than the other ones.
That's true.
But yeah, can't complain about this year. It's been very loaded. A lot of fun things to hunt for.
I actually got to catch at least one more shiny before the end of the year. I'm at 499 shinies.
199.
499.
499.
499 shinies for the
This
year.
man. Sheesh.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. I guess my best catch, and I mean, I can't really complain about a Shando because actually, was the Absol this year? I think it was because we got introduced. No, wait, yeah, I traded it in 2018 though. Yes, I did actually. Right on June, the Shando Absol. That was like the coolest trade ever for me. First of all, was because it was the very first Hondo Absol that I got. I never had another one before. Being lucky and being shiny just made the whole interaction super amazing. I loved it. It was just, I was like, just give me an Absol. I don't care. Like, I was getting Absols all day, and then I gave it like a scissor or something. I don't remember what I got away. But getting the Shando is so cool. I was like, yeah, I ran around the entire parking lot there.
Yeah, that's an awesome one.
I was happy about that, especially since I'm always collecting the Hondo Megas. I'm missing one right now, but unfortunately, it's just not easy to get these days. I'll eventually get them, I guess. But yeah. Also, we have, if we go into the Twitter, we did ask the question, flex your favorite catches of this year. Chris did mention his Pikachu, which is pretty cool. Thank you for your Pikachu with hat. You'll trade it to me eventually. And then we have Captain Chook, which is actually our team captain for factions. He did actually say that the shiny cowboy hat named after my friend who passed this year will remain the best catch for a long time. Best buddy, fully maxed out, shiny cowboy hat, Snorlax. That's actually pretty cool. Although I'm kind of like his Stardust. I'm just like riding his Stardust right there. It's like
I will say as a PvPer, I always look at people's Stardust.
Yeah.
But yeah, that easily is top 5 shiny costume Pokemon, if not one of the best shiny.
Well, technically,
costume
it's the rarest unless you actually went to the events. So it's kind of one of those in the end of the day. And then we have our very good friend David Hernandez, Mr. Hamtaro, that is catching a cool, never before seen puppy dog shiny, I guess. So congratulations there.
Very
Hamtaro.
cute dog.
Very cutie. A cutie nonetheless. I love dogs. I've always been a fan of dogs. I'm starting to get into a cat version too. I mean, I like both of them at the end of the day. So, but yeah, no, that's just we had so much going on with the introductions of the Alola region, I guess Hoopa and Hoopa and Bao and Elite Raids were also they're starting to become a thing. I guess because Hoopa and
I know
Bao and
you
stuff.
weren't that excited since they kept being Hoopa.
I'm just excited to see the future of the mechanic. Vivilion was actually introduced not too long ago, so that's actually pretty cool too. Early in the year, we had GoFest. We went to the very first GoFest after a few years. I'm so glad that I was able to go. Of course, I know I miss Chris for not being able to go. I literally, really, we're gonna make it up next year, brother. We're definitely gonna make it up next year. GoFest was just amazing as always. I was glad to interact with every single one. When it comes down to it, Hunter does have the questions. Is what are your hopes for Pokemon Go in 2023? Fix GBL. Anyways,
Mega Plaza. That's my biggest hope.
bro, we already
And I
know
think it's
that.
pretty accurate.
Well, at the same time, having to know the Mega or I'm sorry, Primal Kyogre Primal Ground are coming out. I'm making the next month and a half. If I have a lucky trade with somebody that I can actually do, I'm just like, let's go. Like I'm doing Kyogre Groudons. I don't care. I don't even care if there's any regionals out there that I need. Just give me those. I need my Shandos. I need my Shandos. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Those are coming out for when it comes down to the hopes of 2023. More hopes, I guess. It's just hopefully the game just explodes once again. It's like I'm always hoping that this game will go the distance for the next few years, which it probably will, with all the craziness that we do. If not, we'll write off we'll write it off into our podcast saying this is it. Anyways, but yeah, 2022 still brought some interesting light to the world. We still have, the Ultra Beasts coming back for the first or coming in for the very first time. They'll probably be shiny the next time we see them. We're gonna have a round 2 of them eventually. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, or maybe later. I'm excited to actually meet brand new, I guess, new NPCs in the game because they teased them since the beginning and they haven't said anything. There's still some Pokemon to the Hisuian region that we haven't seen yet, especially the starters. I know a lot of people are waiting for that to come out. There's a lot. That's just a lot to look forward to for 2023, I guess. Anything that comes to mind there, Chris?
Shoot, and it's really rough. I really do get excited for pretty much any new Pokemon they add.
True.
Because at the end of the day, you're really trying to collect them all, for the Pokédex.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Or I guess I should say, let's seek them all.
Seek them out, yeah.
Seek them all. I feel
As
like
Arceus would say.
you know what? Forget the catching them all because that was the slogan for 25 years. Ash is retiring too, so there's no point of actually saying that anymore. We're gonna say seek them all. That's how we're supposed to be doing it from the
Buy the
beginning.
ball.
Buy them all, pretty much. But yeah, it's kind of insane how this year has gone by. Like everything that they have shown us, everything that they got us hyped for, just it's been insane. And hopefully 2023 can keep up the momentum. I really do love this game. I'm really always grateful for everybody that I have met, everybody that I have been able to. It's surprising enough. Every time I go anywhere now, a lot of people recognize that because I have the Pokemon Go Plus on my wrist like the entire time now. Like I can't even leave the house without it because it's just such a like foreign object if I don't have it. It's like when you have a watch. And then when I go to places, it's like people are like, "Oh, you're playing Pokemon Go? Oh, is that for Pokemon Go?" I'm like, bro, when have you ever know about Pokemon Go? Nobody has ever talked about me every time I go out and play Pokemon Go anyways. But yeah, people are starting to come back to the game a little bit more, just giving it more of a chance, I guess. But at the same time, I think the game itself still is a core game for a lot of people out there. People say, "Hey, I came back after X years and things like that." It's like, that's cool, man. Just keep on playing. We'll do this. We'll do that. So
Yeah, I like that there isn't really an end game. It's just something to do in your free time.
yeah, and it's just, I guess we're the best it'll be. Now I should actually go back to those people and be like, "Hey, you got any 2017 Pokemon you want to trade?"
Yeah, trade me your shinies.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on for sure. I'm glad again that this game has always taken us this far, this long through how we have 6.5 years so far. Dude, once we get to the 10-year anniversary, it's gonna be insane. I know we're long ways away from it, but the years go by that fast. So I'm waiting for 2026 to really come around and be like, this is the year the Pokemon Go will implode again. Or
it'll explode for sure.
or it could end, and that's it, you know.
Oh no! Yeah, I guess explosion could mean two things.
That's for sure. But yeah, I'm really excited going into 2023. I hope that Niantic can always listen to the community, which I know they haven't recently, but I'm sure it's something out there. There's something going to be out there in the future. Or we could all just be, bygoners by the time the new year goes through. So, hey, there we go. We'll keep you guys updated. Don't worry. I'm not being negative for a reason. But yeah, is there anything else to say when it comes down to that? I guess arrivederci 2022.
Yeah, just looking forward. Just looking forward to the future.
Well, once again, I want to reiterate, thank you so much, 2022, for being a good year to return into more of an in-person community-based Pokemon Go experience once again. Hopefully, that will just keep on growing harder and harder and harder in the next few years. So yeah. With that being said, I don't believe we have anything else to cover. Again, we don't have much news in GPL or Faction Cups. I think the Holiday Cup is going on right now, last Method League, so it's time to shine.
Yeah, and factions are doing a little bit of a break still.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more into next week's podcast, because that's when we come back full force once again. I gotta start practicing again. Oh Lord. But yeah, anything else to cover, Chris?
Nothing I can really think of off the top of my head. I think everybody's got something they're looking forward to, hopefully coming to Pokemon Go in the next year.
Yeah.
So, keep looking forward to those. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but I was going to say I'm looking forward to my dog being quiet.
But yeah, thank you so much, Chris. With that being said, of course, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to check us out on our podcast services feeds, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many places to go. Also, Happy New Year, Paper Cut, if we don't talk later. Yep, that's for sure. If you can leave us a review, we greatly appreciate it. We always want to listen what you guys want to say. You can always head over to our social medias. We're mostly active on Twitter anyways, so might as well get it there anyways. Purified Podcasts, Purified Go, and Pokemon Trigger Please. That's PKMN Trigger and Please with a Z at the end. Email us anything, brag about anything, purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. Always there to listen to you guys. We also have the Discord. It's free. It's fun. Just join it. We will make it as fun as it seems. Hopefully we'll get a rehold next year. See how it goes. And yeah, don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. With that being said, Chris, with how the end of the year is, how about you take us away for one last time this year?
All right. Hope everybody had a fantastic year of Pokemon Go. I hope your goals were reached. I hope you were able to catch all the Pokemon you wanted to catch. And I hope you guys are looking forward with us to the next year of Pokemon Go, and having a new set of goals to reach this year, and being the best trainer you can be. Okay, catch you guys next week, where we'll be, getting into the next year. Peace out, guys.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time. Keep purifying them and have yourselves a wonderful brand new year. Have a good night, y'all.